Because one thing a black man gonna do when he get behind that podcast mic is gonna ruffle some motherfucking feathers. YouTube, what's up, baby? It's your favorite antisocial extrovert, your favorite awkward black boy, Blake Dupree, back at it again at the Diary of Dupree. Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you saw the last of me, didn't you? I know. It has been 2 weeks since I have given y'all visuals on my album, a video on my page, and I'm sorry about that. Life's in the best ways sometimes. Life don't always life in the worst ways. Not only did I open a show, I closed the show as of yesterday. I've been working on a couple of other projects that are still in the making, still in the works, spring, September. And I've just been really busy. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But y'all always know, if you don't take anything from my channel, take this. Always have your own table. If they not giving you a seat at the table, bitch, go build your own, like Beyonce said. And when they are giving you multiple seats at multiple tables, still focus on the table you got back at home. And I'm focusing on the table I got back at home. I will never not be one of the girls to just focus on solely this, solely that, solely this, solely that. Only thing I would ever focus solely on is my family. And I'm thanking God right now my family is doing okay. And I hope that you are doing okay, like JT say. Welcome to my channel. My name is Blake Dupree, singer, actor, artist, all them type things. And most importantly that I listed for this video's context is I'm an actor. I'm a black actor at that. And today's video is dedicated to comments said on a podcast by a black man that have ruffled some feathers. Because one thing a black man gonna do when he get behind that podcast mic is gonna ruffle some motherfucking feathers. So this man, he's a comedian. His name is Spanky. Apparently he on Wild 'N Out. Apparently he is a comedian with some notoriety. Me personally, I'm not a big Wild 'N Out fan, so I've never really watched the show into detail to know everybody who's on that stage. It'd be like 50, 11 y'all on one stage telling a joke. And sometimes, most times, for me, the jokes just don't hit. But I respect Wild 'N Out for what it has done for the culture. I love representation in black media. Anything that ain't Zeus, I'm cool with. You know, I just don't know who Spanky is. I may have heard the voice. I don't think I did because I saw the video. I just know who this man is.
I don't know who this man is.
I hate to tell you, I don't know who this man is. But he made some comments on a podcast talking about the Tubi scene, more importantly, the Tubi actors. And this is what he had to say.
Actors, you are not real actors. You are practicing. Stop acting like you are a real actor. I hate to say that. I did Tubi movies, but it's out of hand. Tubi actors, bro, you work at Chrysler. This is not how this goes. You cannot work at Chrysler or Ford or the big three and then get off work and then be a movie star. It does not work like that.
Yeah, and
not don't.
And not when the camera is a cell phone camera.
Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Like, come on, y'all killing me with this shit. But anyway, but shout out to everybody who do Tubi and whatever, man. But just, that's not your real job, bro. I'm looking right in the camera. I'm sorry. This is not your real job, bro.
Do you think
Stop.
Do you think when Hollywood looks at, I was talking to a Sony executive about this, and he wouldn't answer the question because he was afraid because we had cameras on us.
Right.
And I was like, does Hollywood look at Tubi and go like, all right, we're scouting you guys, or do they look at you?
Hell
like,
no.
All right, so y'all just seen that corny ass shit.
Let me not call it corny ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not the only person that feels in that same exact perspective. He has the same views as a lot of people who view Tubi just for laughs, who look at the Tubi girls like they ain't doing shit, who look at the Tubi girls like they ain't ever gonna be shit. Don't nobody want you, don't nobody need you, right? His opinion and perspective is elevated by a lot of people in those comments, and it is kind of going viral on Facebook, the topic as well. So this is my viewpoint, right? You know, I'm an actor. I've been signed to an agent consistently since I was 17 years old. And a backstory about that, I'm 25 now. I got the acting bug around the age of 6. Around the age of 12, I knew exactly what I had to do to elevate my career based off my own research. I had the internet at the palm of my hands with my phone and my laptop. And I knew at the age of 12, if I wanted to be a successful actor, I would have to audition for projects, I would have to get an agent, and I would have to get headshots. What did I do? At the age of 12, I started submitting myself to agencies, started saving up for headshots, and started auditioning for things that I could do without an agent. That is what made me an actor. Wanting to be an actor and taking those 3 steps is what makes an actor an actor. See where I'm going here? It's not about the amount of money you have in your bank account. It's not the amount of clout or notoriety you get from your career. If you took those essential steps to become an actor, then, my friend, you are an actor. More importantly, if you are working on your craft and your craft is improving, then you are an actor. I say that by saying if you're taking some classes, if you have signed up for demo reel sessions, if you have signed up for consultations, if you have put in energy into your passion of acting, a lot of it, I would call you an actor. That's just me. Because what the girls don't talk about, used to talk about for a smidge at a time when the actors were on strike and, Hollywood was closed down for a couple months, is that only about 10% of actors within the union are gainfully employed. 10%. So that is some of the people that you see consistently on the TV screen. A lot of actors, they'll book a pilot, pick a pilot up, the pilot does great. When they do that pilot and the pilot is over, they go back to work. And they pray that the show that they just did the pilot for is picked up and gets renewed. But they still got to go back to work. So you may have shot one of the best pilots of all time. And you still got to clock back into your 9 to 5 when things are over. A lot of your favorite actors on big shows, on big networks like Empire on Fox or The Chi on AMC, they have regular jobs and have been on those TV series consistently for about 2 to 3 seasons. You really can't negotiate a higher wage until you're probably on season 2 if you were the lead of the show, or season 3 if you're a supporting character. Some people even season 4 if you're a spotty character here and there. So to basically define actors by the source of income that they bring in really is redundant. It makes zero sense because that's not what makes you an actor. Honestly, you could make $1 million from acting, but if you never took a course, you never took a class, you never care to put passion and pain and study your field, I would be more hesitant to call you an actor, to be quite honest. But if you have taken the steps and you care about the profession of acting and you care about being a student and you care about technique and you care about learning and growing and connecting and taking essential steps at whatever age, I would be quicker to call you an actor than compared to the motherfucker who so happened to book a film, made $1 million from it, but never took a class, never got headshots, didn't even have an agent at the time, just did some shit, said a few lines, and it so happened that the film blew up and they made some coin from it. That's my thing, right? We have to stop negating a price and a number and a bank account amount to a profession, because a lot of professions do not pay a lot. That doesn't mean anybody is less of a professional. You think that dental assistants make $100,000? No, they're still a dental assistant though. Interns, you're an intern. You're unpaid. It doesn't make you less of an intern. It doesn't make you less of the title that you have earned, but you're not making money quite yet. Acting is very similar in that same sense. Even in the reality TV scene of things, like, people don't understand. A lot of shows, they book you for the first time to see how things work out, especially in reality TV. Tammy Roman, for example. Tammy Roman did her first season of Basketball Wives and then went right back to work in Houston, Texas. She flew out to LA, got cast in Basketball Wives, filmed the show, came back and worked at, I believe it was some construction company. But she did that for a couple seasons until she could negotiate a higher wage for the show. Kenya Moore, most of her first season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and at this time she was a Miss USA, had done blockbuster films. Don't let her tell you. She had a couple films, a couple roles in some sitcoms. She had to get paid later on in her career with Real Housewives. They were not paying her for half of the first season. And then her first ways when she got paid, it wasn't much. Y'all just don't know. And I feel like a comedian like Spanky, if you're so notable within the comedy industry, aren't these things that you should know? Now, he is right under some context. I do think the actors on Tubi, some of them need a reality check because, yes, I think Tubi is a great platform for actors to start, for actors to grow in their craft, for actors to connect and network and get their face out there. I love that for them. But I think a lot of Tubi actors, they let that Tubi clout get to their head and they'll never take a class. They'll never try to get an agent. They'll never try to get themselves in rooms where they're not just against their peers and they're not playing roles that were easy for them because the role is basically them in a different situation. They're never trying to elevate within themselves professionally as an actor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your homies at the barbershop, they know about you and you Facebook famous and you got the clout and notoriety within your community, but there is a world of motherfuckers who are out acting you on the most basic of commercials, and you don't even care to take the steps that they took to elevate in their craft because you let Tubi Clout get to your head. You know, he's right on that one. It's not about the amount of money y'all making on Tubi or the lack thereof. It's the lack of care you put into the actual profession of acting for me that I notice a lot of Tubi actors do just that. They don't care about acting themselves for real. They care about the fame. They care about the notoriety, but they can't even achieve zero in Stanislavski or, figure out their super objectives in the script or their minor objectives in the scripts, which is the basics of technical acting. They've never taken a class. They don't even have real headshots. They got some photo shoots from their homegirl. It just so happened they could play a thug well, and boom, they on a Tubi series. And some of them are making good money, especially on the production end. So I'm not gonna say that all Tubi actors is broke. He needed to be clear about that too. Some of these Tubi girls is paid. It's almost like, for lack of a better comparison, Tubi can certainly become the Zeus network of film series, web series. And so a lot of those people get the nice paycheck, but deep down, we all know, put them with some peers who are taking the classes and courses and went to school for this shit, they're going to get ate up. Because those people can not only play the thug, they can play the doctor, they can play the mean girl, they can play the mean boy, they can play the husband, the wife, they can play anything. And they'll have the same type of person in the room, the same two type of people, two black men in a room. One went to school, one took a course, one cared about the profession since they were a kid, one did all the steps, compared to the one who was to be famous, got the role, maybe did some coin, maybe didn't make a coin. It's just known for Tubi. He's going to get ate up by that one man who can play all of those characters I just listed, compared to the other man who just looks like a thug. So he got cast as a thug and is not taking any types of depths or not taking any types of leaps of artistic faith to fulfill a role. Just playing a stereotypical thug. And it just so happened the series blew up. But if you put those two men in the same room, we're going to see who the real McCoy is. And it ain't going to be Thug Type 1. Period. So yeah, a lot of people, they cast their homegirl down the street because she's pretty. They cast their homeboy down the street because he looked rough and tough, and they make a series. Then they have a premiere at an independent movie theater out in Chicago or out in Atlanta, or especially in Chicago. I'm really focused on Charlotte right now. Invite their friends and family, and boom. A lot of the producers don't even submit these projects for film festivals. Like, y'all, I don't want to toot my own horn because I'm so humbled and I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful to God. I love you. But I did a film as an extra, as a dancer. I had to audition to dance in this documentary. And I'm just like, okay, initially when I got the project, I didn't think that me having to audition to be a dancer in a dance club scene would be a big deal, but whatever. My agent was like, just do it. Just trust me. Keyword, agent. I had the right agent. An agent, we'll talk about agents in a second, right? My agent was just like, please just do it. You're not going to regret it. I did it. I booked the job. Turns out the director of this said film is the same director who had just directed an Oscar-nominated film. His name is Elegance Branson. Elegance Branson is a member of the community. He's doing the things, and he is a growing director. This film that I did 2 years ago just premiered at the Sundance Film Festival the day before my birthday in January, so 2 months ago. The film I did 2 years ago premiered at Sundance, which is the Super Bowl of film festivals fucking worldwide, not just nationwide, worldwide. Sundance is the festival to have your face in. So if I didn't have an agent who knows how to do their job, knows how to network, knows how to get me into spaces that I cannot get myself, doesn't charge me before I get a booking. If I did not have that agent, I would have not booked that film. Also, if I didn't have the creative bravery to go out for a project that was conventionally not the usual process, I wouldn't have booked that film. If I didn't know about the ins and out of the industry, if I didn't get headshots, if I didn't take classes, if I didn't audition, I would not have booked the film. These girls are afraid to audition. These girls are afraid to push the envelope. These girls are afraid to be told no. I can tell from their choices on screen when I watch some of these Tubi films and how they carry themselves at a lot of these premieres and red carpets. Baby, I'm here to tell you now, if you have not heard 1,000 yeses, especially within this industry, you're doing something wrong. If you haven't heard 1,000 no's, I mean, if you haven't heard 1,000 no's within this industry, especially within the acting game, you are doing something wrong. And I have a Tubi film that is been shot a couple years ago as well. It's getting edited, and it's a part of my career. So I'm not downing or shitting on the Tubi girls. And I made maybe like $300 from that one day of shooting. But I know that I'm growing in my career. I'm in the paint right now. I'm putting in the work. Tubi is not a bad place to be. But if you're just focused solely on the Tubi cloud, you're not going to make it far. If you just focus solely on the fame, you ain't going to make it far. If you just focused on having your mama, your daddy, your friends, homegirls, homeboys at a premiere, at a movie theater, you're not going to make it far. You got to work for that. You got to put in the work, baby girl. You got to be willing to be vulnerable. You're going to hear 1,000 no's. But get that agent. Get those headshots. Network outside of your community. Network outside of the industry. A lot of the support you will get as an actor will not come from your acting peers. It will come from the plumber. It will come from the musician. It will come from the attorney. Go to just universal networking events. Don't just go to networking events solely within your industry. Go to both. But don't limit yourself to just getting support within your industry, because you're not going to find the support that God has for you. The prophet does not prosper within his own field. Okay? I love y'all so much. We got so much more content. As y'all see, I got a new ring light. It's getting my skin really nice, really glowing. It is currently 6 a.m. I'm putting in work, baby. I got so much coming for y'all. I'm so excited. Make sure you look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I am that. Because you've been that. Always will be that. Till next time, y'all. Peace. Blake Dupree.